Hello everybody, this is Link 2012, and who might you be? Oh, very nice to meet you, Mr. Whatever you just said there. And how are you today? Oh, well that's good. Well, unless you're doing bad. In that case, I say, cheer up. Get over it. Cheer up. No, if you need to take your time to get over depression or something, that's always good. I recommend seeing a friend or a counselor or anyone. There's always someone that's willing to help. Just have to look for them. Anyways, after this very deep and disturbing introduction, I'm doing quite well today. In case you asked. And this is I am Link 2012, and I am here to show you some more Dissent spoiler Dissent concept spoilers. Now, Dissent is my upcoming Hypixel CTM map, for those of you that don't know. CTMs are very rare nowadays, and I really wish people would make more of them. They're really amazing map style, and if you haven't played any of them, I really highly suggest to check them out. But yeah, this is a CTM, yeah, and it's going to be one of my custom mobs. It involves a lot of redstone. All my mobs involve a lot of redstone nowadays. It's pretty sweet. Because you can do a lot of neat stuff here. But anyways, we'll jump right into it. Game mode, survival. So here's the spawner. I had to put it in this section because, well, I guess I'll show you in a bit. Oh man, it's really spawning. I cannot see where I am either. Alright, so apparently, I've discovered that night vision does not work with blindness. So I'm going to figure that out. Anyways, we have our custom mobs over here. Hopefully it's not too dark for YouTube. I'll light it up a bit. So these guys over here, these are Headless Horsemen. And so they will track you down up to, I think, 30 or 40 blocks away. They'll find you, and they will come after you, no matter what. Their horse will come after you. And that's a really neat little thing. This is actually a silverfish. The horse is riding an invisible silverfish with no AI. I set it to no AI when it's around me. And then when I move away, it gets AI, so the horse will follow me as long as it's not close to me, essentially. And we have... Oh man, I'm not doing a really good demonstration of this. So essentially, when the horse gets near you, you get withered and blindness. Depending on how close you are, the wither gets worse and worse. That's not something I programmed in. That's just the game working on it. You also get blindness. And then once you kill the horses, you no longer get blindness, but you also have these headless horsemen to deal with, which are a pretty big pest. If I can get away from him here. Ugh. Okay, so these guys actually don't deal much damage. That's due to the fact that, as we can see, they give you blindness. So that's disorienting, and they're also pretty fast. So, they also have a great deal of health. I decided to give these guys a lot of health, just because players are provided with really strong items, and I want there to be more challenge to this map at this point in time. They also have these neat custom sounds. I'm not sure if you can hear them or not. This is essentially the blaze breath sound. Increase. I think the pitch is increased. Yes, it's increased. And played 3 times, so that way you hear the creepy breathing noise. I meant it to be more of a laugh initially, but it doesn't really sound like that, to be honest. I still think it's pretty cool and pretty menacing. These guys are pretty tough mob. As you can see, I have decent armor. This is what I'm expecting players to do at this point. They're still doing a number to me. I wouldn't be able to take on like 3 or 4 of these guys at once here without dying. Well, maybe I could, but you get the picture. They have several custom drops. They have the what is this? The masks that I showed in an earlier spoiler, for those guys keeping up on the thread. Oh, for those of you that are really interested in this, which I do hope you are, there is a thread where I release daily spoilers and information about Dissent. You can check that out in the video description. Essentially, these masks provide you with a little bit of protection as well as a bunch of attack damage, because they impair your vision. this is because I really like the fact that you get pumpkins and that they impair your vision, but it's really hard to find something that players will actually be willing to use. Hopefully with this damage buff, they'll be willing to actually take a liking to it. Unfortunately, I don't think I can really demonstrate it in this situation. Perhaps with crits. It is very powerful, especially with weapons with sharpness. Yeah, I said weapons with. But anyways, we'll take that off because it looks annoying. And then they also have these Blade of Darkness. These are both about, I think, 1 in 10 and 1 in 15. Blades of Darkness, at this point in time, man, these guys just keep coming. Gives you a better understanding of the mob. If you kill them quickly there, you don't have to put up with the Headless Horsemen, who can be a pest. Anyways, let's get away from there. These give the same amount of attack damage as a diamond sword, actually. But due to the fact that they're a stone sword, they're a little bit less desirable and less aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, those are the Blades of Darkness. They also give a little bit of anti-knockback resistance. That's for a philosophical reason for those players interested in the philosophical feel of the map. There's several different goals of the map, and one of these is to enlighten players on all the philosophies that I've come up with. And yeah, I think that's about just about sums up the basic overview of the mod. The spawners, by the way, they have a little bit of a more. Okay, maybe I won't go into detail on too many of the specifics, but one of the things is that it only spawns up to 2 mobs. Normally with spawners it would spawn up to 4, but I have it set up that way it only spawns up to 2 of these guys. Like, one of the reasons is they are pretty tough, and they do have a large maneuvering capability due to the fact that they're riding silverfish, and due to the fact that they spawn on silverfish, they also spawn in other areas. So that's one of the counter means I decide to provide the players with. If you think this mob is too overpowered, make sure to let me know, and I'll make some tweaks to it. The redstone to this isn't so tough. I'm about to go over it here, so those of you that aren't too redstone inclined, you can go ahead and skip to the end, or just leave and go on with your day, hoping for this map to come out soon, which it probably won't, because I've been really addicted to it. It's a great game on Hypixel. Anyways, okay, so we have 5 main commands here, and then we have the breathing sounds. I guess we'll go over this first, because it's probably the simplest. There is essentially, this is a 4-second clock. I don't have it running right now, but it's running in this spawn chunk over there, and that's why we could hear the sounds. All this redstone is transferred to the spawn chunk. That way, whichever area the players are in, they can still get the effects of the mob. And this will play essentially a very high pitch of the blaze breathe sound, then a slightly lower pitch, and after another 3 ticks it will play a lower pitch. This is relative to the Headless Horsemen, so that way the Horseman actually is making the sound. And this does it to all of them at once, so it can. I wish I could do it to a random mob, but unfortunately we don't have specifications yet in Redstone in order to do that. So this is my solution towards that. Now, as we could hear the sounds, they're pretty sweet. I can even spawn one in here. And we go like this. Yeah, there we go. I think it's pretty cool. I like that. Tell me if you like the custom sounds, because I can make custom sounds, including ones for when mobs get damaged, and I'm working on figuring out how to make ones when they die. It's just the NBTs there are a little bit trickier when they die. So yeah, those are the sounds, and then we have this one over here, which gives player. Okay, this executes a command relative to 1 block above the Headless Horseman, and this gives an effect to all players within a radius of 2, the blindness effect. So if we actually get hit by a Headless Horseman here, we should get blindness. Yep, as we can see, we got blindness there. If the radius is set to 1, and it's just relative to the zombie, apparently it doesn't work for blindness, so I had to figure a solution for that, and by moving the place the command is executed 1 block up, that was able to fix that. So that was we have several other ones over here doing similar things. There's one for the Haunted Horse. These guys are actually, if we were to kill the Headless Horsemen, which just players do, they will want to take these guys out of range because they are pretty difficult. Blindness is very impairing to to players that want to enjoy this and see the vast, beautiful map, which I won't be displaying too much here. I will be showing it on a thread though. So the Haunted Horse, you can see his name, Haunted Horse. He's even tamed, so you can jump on top of him. Though you probably don't want to do that because it gives you very fast wither, and that does not help you at all. So yeah, it gives you blindness for 6 seconds when you're on the horse, as well as wither for 6 seconds. I originally had it a longer time, but when I realized that that you got hurt a lot faster than wither usually works around the horse, I decided to nerf it a little bit. Oh, then we have the silverfish AI. So what this does is it executes a command relative to all players. So I'm over here, my brother's over there. The Headless Horseman's coming towards me. It'll execute this command relative to me, and what it will do is that it will give all silverfish within this one actually, within a radius of 3, named Vigor, which is the custom name I have set to the silverfish. It gives them no AI. That essentially stops them from moving. It doesn't. It makes the mob stupid. Essentially, it can't do anything when it has no AI. And then when it's a radius minimum of 4, so when I move 4 blocks away, and when it's a maximum radius of 7, so it's 4 to 7 blocks away, it will gain AI here. And yeah, that's about it. Headless Horseman. Oh, I might have. You know what? I forgot. I might add particles to these guys. I think that would look pretty cool. Don't you? Yeah, they need particles. Too much stuff. Alright, so that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you watching all the way to this the end of this episode. I really get discouraged when I look at my analytics and people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit halfway through the video because it's boring." I mean, I know I'm boring, but I need love. I'm just a lonely guy. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys. If you enjoyed this video, you can look forward to other ones in the future. I hope to be getting more done on this weekend. And yeah. See you in the next one. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.